Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the first episode of the Onyx Nicole Experience. So, this episode, I'm going to touch a little bit about dating and relationships. Maybe a little bit of sex, but for the most part, just dating and relationships. So, I was doing online dating for the past, I would say, 5, 6 months. And I can say that I am utterly disappointed. What I have come across is different than what I'm used to. Like, I used to do online dating in the past, on and off, for as long as I can remember. And it's always been pretty decent men up there. But nowadays, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if the men are kind of I don't know. The profiles that I've read are pretty aggressive, very abrasive. Like, it's very off-putting. So I don't know if the guys up here aren't really healed, had a lot of baggage still. Like, they're not. I don't know what's going on. So the first thing I want to say is about some of the websites. I don't like how they have, like, the women have to um start the conversation, because to me, a man should want to pursue. But it seems like, maybe you guys, this is the question I have to ask you guys. When did you lose the urge to pursue women? Because a lot of these profiles is kind of like sassy. I don't want to, be disrespectful, but I kind of find it to be a little sassy. For men to say, oh, if you match second, you have to message me first, or, it's just like, it shouldn't be a question who matched first or second. If you're interested, send the message. But I wrote down a couple of things that I find that a lot of men are not doing, as opposed to what they were, like, men were doing. So the first issue I have is that I took notes. That's what I'm looking at. I took notes. I feel that men, a lot of you guys don't have conversation. Like, 1 word response, 2 word response. Like, that's not engaging. Like, you have to engage in a conversation if you legit want to get to know someone. It's just like pulling teeth trying to get an answer, or, just trying to start a conversation. Like, it shouldn't be that first. Second of all, I find that even if it's a somewhat flowy conversation, once you exchange numbers, it's like, I feel like there's a lack of consistency. Like, if I don't hear from you in 3, 4, 5 days, I feel like maybe you're not interested. I don't want a week or 2 weeks to go by and then you pop up like, hey, it's like, I'm not gonna remember you. So if you're interested, I feel like, why not show? Like, what's with all the lack of consistency? And this is something that I've heard from, not, this is nothing that I noticed. I've heard it from several of my single friends. I don't know, maybe you guys would say it's us, but I'm just saying, you guys have to, get some follow through going on. Okay, there's another thing that I feel like it's an issue. Like, I don't know if all the tall men are taken, but I find a lot of men on the websites are on the shorter side. Nothing's wrong with short. I've dated short men before. Not that I would prefer a shorter man, because I feel like shorter men are kind of mean. That's my experience. I'm not saying everyone. I'm just saying shorter men are a little mean. And I'm having issues about where I am in my age. I don't know if I want to date someone in their 30s, or do I want to date someone in their 50s. But I know I definitely don't want to date someone in their early 30s or someone in their 60s. I feel like I'm at a good age where I could go 5 years either way, but I don't definitely want to hit the 60-year-old mark, and there's a lot of that. And then I don't want to hit the 31, 32, because that's just way too young for me. Then my other issue is with the men. It feels like you guys are okay. This is what I want to say. Men, a lot of profiles are like casual. They're looking for casual and long term. Which one is it? That's two different extremes. Like, which one is it? Do you want something casual or do you want something long term? If you're looking for long term and you're not quite ready yet, I would say, put friendship and long term, not casual, because I'm like kind of turned off by casual. And then why are guys that's in their mid to upper 40s, 50s, even 60s looking for a casual relationship? Like, at this point, it's like you should have done all what you did 20s, 30s, like 45. I mean, that's just my opinion. You can do what you want. It's your life. But I just don't understand why someone in their 40s, 50s, or even 60s are looking for a casual relationship. That's just, to me, it doesn't make sense. And because, and I did ask someone about this, a man, and he said it kind of makes sense what he explained, but I'm going to tell you guys what he said. He said that women don't give up on love, men do. Like after the first time or two a man gets burned, he kind of gives up and just wants casual flings or, situationships. He's not going to put his heart into it. So men give up on love, women do not. That's why we at 50, 45, whatever the case, are still looking for long-term relationships. It's some truth to it, but I don't know. What do you guys think? You can let me know. Let's see. And then let's get on to I was given a topic to discuss today. At first, I didn't want to discuss it because I had no experience. I still don't feel like I'm experienced in that realm, but I'll just tell you the topic. The topic was interracial dating. So when I was given this topic, I said, no way, no how, no. Because I have no experience in the situation, or I've never dated anyone other than black men. I don't know. That's just what I've dated as long as I was dating. It's always been black men. It wasn't prejudice. It's just what I prefer. So, as fate would have it, I'm online and I'm just, poking my nose in trying to see what's what. And then I see a nice Caucasian man. He sent me a message. I messaged back, no big deal. But the conversation was very intriguing, to say the least. He was he was a good conversationalist, a plus. He was engaging. He was how can I say? He was attentive. He was funny. So I said to him, maybe we should meet up because, even though I've never met up with, dated, or anything with a Caucasian, he was, attractive. And I found him to be humorous and all the qualities I like in a guy. So nonetheless, we met up and it was great. It was great. Not saying that he's the end all be all, but what I'm saying is I don't know why I put myself in this bubble for so long of only dating black men, because my experience with black men hasn't been that great. I mean, I'm tired of getting battered and beat up by being black men's punching bag. It seems like I'm only talking about the people I've dated. I'm not talking about everybody or everybody I've dated. I'm saying a lot of black men are not the best to deal with because they have a lot of trauma. I think lot of childhood trauma or whatever. So it's like not the best to date. Not bashing you guys, but I'm just saying it's not the easiest to date. So dating when I met up with him, we talked. I think I talked a lot too much. I kind of had diarrhea mouth. But nonetheless, he sat there, he listened, he was engaging or whatever. I feel like I have to be more open minded in who I'm dating. Maybe my person isn't a black person. I have to realize that. I mean, he was a nice guy. I find white men to be attractive. It's just that my thinking is that a white man wouldn't find me attractive. That's what I thought. But that was just my thinking. Another reason why I feel like I only dated black men is because I feel like I would want to be with someone who can relate to issues that I would have in life as a black woman. Minorities have the same struggle, women have the same struggle. Black men and black women have similar struggles. So I would like to be heard and related to in respect to issues that I might have, going forward in the world in this journey of life. So that's why I felt like I chose black men because when things happen, you want somebody who can totally understand and relate. Not saying that they can't, but they will never have the same struggles as us. But they are very much understanding of what's going on. But I don't know if I told him too much stuff and scared him away. I don't know. But I'm not saying that, he's the one. I'm not saying that it's too soon to tell. But I can say I'm open to dating other white men just to see where it's at. I'm open to dating whatever race there is, not just black. So that's my thing for this podcast. I don't want to touch on the sexual aspect of it, but a lot of not too many, but I know a lot of guys feel like if they come across a woman's profile and she's leading with breasts or her ass is out, she has to deal with the kind of attention she's going to get. The same applies to men. Now, I've come across a couple of profiles where the beefcake was like front and center. And it's like, do you want women to take you serious if that's what you're leading with? You know what I mean? It's like it's the same rules apply. Women are not as sexual, but it's like we're human at the same time. So if you're leading with that type of energy, that's the type of energy you're gonna get back. If you're leading with, oh, I have a third leg, no, you're gonna get that type of energy back. Now, would you want a woman to take you serious if that's what you're leading with? Or gray sweatpants pictures. Like you can't say that for women, and then for men, it's got to be double standards. Like women love sex just as much as men. We're just not. Well, I'm just not. I'm gonna speak for myself. I'm just not gonna go out there and just hump on anything and anybody. That's just not me. And to know that, let's see what else I have written down here. Great sex is hard to find. Okay, yeah, I mean, I feel like this is to the ladies. We can't be sex driven. I know how hard it is to find someone. Not, I wouldn't say it's anything such as great sex. I would say it's things that's compatible. You're sexually compatible with a person, because what's good for you might not be good for the next person. So I feel like that's important to note too. That's a sketchy topic to discuss with someone on the first few dates, but it's important to know, like, who wants to be with someone that doesn't satisfy them sexually. It's a big deal. This is probably a partial reason why cheating occurs. So that's gonna be what I find issues. You guys can let me know. Maybe you feel like I'm the problem. Just let me know what you think, or how I should, maneuver, or what I should say, what women shouldn't say. Not just me. This is gonna be for all. Like, going forward, I want this to be a live broadcast. I want a lot of fellas. I want the ladies to, all of us to, call in and give our opinion on said topics. This is gonna, help us get a better understanding of what men want or what women want. This is, I guess, the big question, because a lot of times you get, what are you looking for? What are you know what I mean? So it's like, this is kind of answering questions what most men or most women are looking for in a relationship. So I'm gonna post the phone number in the description. You can call, text, and suggest topics. I'll write them down, put it in the topic jar, and pull from the topic jar weekly, and we can have an open discussion. I would love to hear from a lot of you guys out there, women too, like even coupled, singles, whoever. It doesn't matter. This is not like a strictly singles pod. This is a whomever pod, whoever can help the cause. Um, so that's what I want to say. So again, I will leave the phone number in the description box. Call, text, leave a message, what topic you want to discuss. The phone lines will open up like maybe 10 minutes into the pod, and we'll take calls from each side, women, men, and give opinions on said topics. Thank you. I want to thank you for sitting through the first ever episode of the Onyx Nicole experience. It took a lot of courage and things for me to be here, because I'm not a forward face, like in your face type of person. I'm more so, play the back. But I think it's a lot going on that needs to be talked about, especially regarding relationships. I feel like a lot of men need therapy and they don't want to, because it's like not a manly thing to do. So a lot of women are not healed as well. Like, I feel like a lot of people need to take the necessary time out to sit with things, like sit with breakups, and see what was what, who was who. And we're not posing blame on anyone. We're just taking accountability for things that we done, should have done, shouldn't have done. But to get on the website and be so like aggressive and abrasive, don't text me, don't, if you can't do this, you don't do that. Like, that shows someone who's been hurt. So like, going forward, this is a weekly thing. Um, every week I'm gonna go on here until I build an audience, and then I'll start going live. But for now, it's gonna be pre-recorded messages or pods, just discussing my week of dating, or lack thereof. Um, so I thank you again for sitting through my first episode of the podcast. I promise it's going to get better. I'm nervous, but I promise it's going to get better. The content is going to get better once I loosen up, once I get some phone calls and start engaging with you guys. It's gonna turn up. So thank you again. Please don't forget, like, share, subscribe. It's free. Subscribe, like, share. It's all free. So to end it, just know that we're pushing P on this channel. I'm talking about peace and positivity, not pussy and powder. So thank you and have a good day.